Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Om Ajnanatirmirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome you to today's Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita session. Today is May 27th, 2026, and we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita's Madhya Leela, chapter 10, the Lord's return to Jagannātha Purī. So the Lord has returned after going on his South Indian tour. That took 6 years. Now he's back in Jagannātha Purī. So what happened here? Now, Mahaprabhu, the devotees of Sri Mahaprabhu had said that Kala Krishnadas should be sent away. He called for Kala Krishnadas and he told, imagine, Mahaprabhu is saying it indirectly, not even on his face. He's not telling him, you go away. He called for Kala Krishnadas and Mahaprabhu is talking about Kala Krishnadas to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He's actually saying it indirectly. He's not even talking to him. He's not even addressing him directly. He's saying, Sarvabhauma, look at the character of this man. He came with me to South India and then he left me and he went and joined the Bhattataris. I went there to the Bhattatari community. I rescued him and I had to bring him back. Now I have brought him. Now he's not my responsibility. I am relieving him. He can go wherever he likes, but I have nothing to do with him now. Like that. So the devotees being very merciful. Yeah, he was crying, Kala Krishnadas. So the devotees made a plan for Kala Krishnadas. So they decided they will send him to, because he has to leave the association of devotees. So they thought they will engage him in some devotional service, Nityananda Prabhu and others. So they decided that we will send him to Bengal to inform the devotees in Bengal, especially SACIMATA'S, Advaita Ācārya, then Srivas Thakur, and all the devotees of Bengal, not just in Navadvip, all over in Bengal, to inform them about Mahaprabhu's return to South India. And in a tricky way, they took permission from the Lord also. They didn't take the name, but the next day they went to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and they said, you know, we need to send somebody to to Bengal, because the devotees are in such separation from you. They haven't been hearing anything from you, SACIMATA, you know, and Advaita Ācārya, Srivas Thakur, all the devotees there, they're in great distress since they couldn't get any news about you. So we want to send one person informing about your return. Mahaprabhu said, do whatever you like, no problem. So they didn't even have to take the name of Kala Krishnadas. So then they sent Kala Krishnadas to West Bengal, along with lots of Mahaprasad from Jagannath to be given to the devotees. Kala Krishnadas arrived in Bengal and he went straight to SACIMATA'S house. He offered obeisances, gave her the Mahaprasadam and informed her about the return of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. She was so blissful. Then he went to Advaita Ācārya's house. Same thing. And with Advaita Ācārya, he told all the details because you see, Krishnadas was with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu throughout the South India tour. So he gave all the details. Advaita Ācārya was in such ecstasy. He was roaring, dancing and singing. And then all the other devotees from different places also came to know about Mahaprabhu's return to South India. So everybody came and gathered in Advaita Ācārya's house. They came from distant places also, from Kumarhatta, from Panihati, from various places. Devotees all came and gathered at Sri Advaita Ācārya's house when they got the news that Mahaprabhu has come to, he didn't come to Bengal, but he's returned to Puri. So hearing this, they all came to Advaita Ācārya's house. And when all the devotees gathered in Advaita Ācārya's house, Advaita Ācārya arranged for a big festival, a 2 to 3 day festival, just same time when you were celebrating Sadhu Sangha, Advaita Ācārya was also celebrating one festival at his house with all the devotees of Gauda assembled there. He had a 2 to 3 day festival, a Vaishnava festival. So there must have been kirtans and prasadam and just devotees coming together doing Krishna Katha like that. So when the festival came to an end, Advaita Ācārya, he made up his mind. Not just Advaita Ācārya, but when they got together, one outcome of this festival was everybody became now determined that we have to go to Puri to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the first time. And then they decided, yes. So they all went and took permission from SACIMATA. So we will all gather in one place in Navadvip, and from there we will start. We'll go to Jagannātha Purī. And other devotees from different places of Gauda who heard about this journey, this yatra, that devotees are going to go to Jagannātha Purī to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they also started coming from distant places. So we were reading about who all came. Apart from those who gathered for the festival, they were all going to go anyway. But when they heard that Advaita Ācārya is taking all the devotees to Jagannātha Purī, other devotees also came. So who were all the devotees? These were the devotees who just came to Advaita Ācārya's house for the festival. That means they just gathered. They all came there. They all came together. When they heard this news spread that Mahaprabhu is back, they all just came and assembled at Advaita Ācārya's house, because Advaita Ācārya is the leader of the Vaishnava community. So they all came to Advaita Ācārya's house. So then when they came, then this decision was made that now we should all go to Puri. After the 2 to 3 day festival, the decision was made that now we'll go to Puri. So and just 1 second. So Dina Duitina Acharya Mahotsava Koilo Nilachala Jaite Acharya Yukti Dridha Koilo. So Advaita Ācārya made this plan. This was a Dridha Yukti. Dridha Yukti means a firm decision was made and a plan was made that yes, now we are going to go to Orissa, to Jagannātha Purī. Then they all gathered in Navadvip, and taking SACIMATA'S permission, they departed. So they left already. Huh? So they decided that now we have to go to Jagannātha Purī, and then they just all gathered. They were there already. They took permission from SACIMATA and they started off to go to Jagannātha Purī. So they departed. They already left. They started off. Sabe meli Navadvipe ekatra hoya Niladri cholila. They left for Niladri. They departed for Niladri. SACIMATA'S Agya loya, taking permission from SACIMATA. Now other devotees who didn't come to Advaita Ācārya's house, apparently it looks like that, when they heard this news, oh, devotees have all started off for Nilachal to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they also started joining. So prabhura samācāra śuni kulīna-grāma-vāsī satyarāja-rāmānanda mililā sabe āsi. So they also joined Advaita Ācārya Prabhu. They came and joined. When they started off going to Jagannātha Purī, I'm even thinking maybe on the way, right? If they're passing by that place or somewhere, they just joined on the way. That Advaita Ācārya is taking all devotees. So they also came and joined. So from kulīna-grāma, the residents of kulīna-grāma, satyarāja-rāmānanda mililā sabe āsi. So yesterday, certain devotees I didn't know. So today I thought if we can get that information. Just 1 second. So Satyaraja, 1 second. Okay. Yeah, we didn't discuss all the pastimes of all the devotees, but just one pastime or one incident for each devotee so that we know who the devotee is. But there were some devotees who I did not know. So if we can find that. So for example, kulīna-grāma. So in kulīna-grāma, there is SATYARAJ and Rāmānanda. Not Ramananda Rai. This is different. SATYARAJ. Satyaraj Khan. Is that Satyaraj? Okay, let us see. Satyaraj. If it says kulīna-grāma, say yes, same person. Huh? Satyarāja-rāmānanda mililā sabe āsi. So from kulīna-grāma. So kulīna-grāma-vāsī satyarāja-rāmānanda Yadunātha Puruṣottam Shankara Vidyananda. So they are all the residents of kulīna-grāma. So here it is said that prabhura samācāra śuni kulīna-grāma-vāsī satyarāja-rāmānanda mililā sabe āsi. So for example, Satyaraj and Rāmānanda are said, but the kulīna-grāma-vāsīs came to Advaita Ācārya. That means they came and joined the party that was going to Jagannātha Purī. So about Satyaraj, he was an inhabitant of the village known as kulīna-grāma and a descendant of Sri Gunaraj Khan. In his past incarnation, he was Sukanti of Raja, Kalakantha Devi and Sukanta Devi, the two, okay, about their identity there. The Lord then, with great respect, extended an invitation to all the inhabitants of kulīna-grāma, asking them to come every year. So this is after they go to Jagannātha Purī, this will happen. Okay, so Gunaraj Khan of kulīna-grāma compiled a book named Sri Krishna Vijaya, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love for Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj Khan. So Gunaraj Khan is the ancestor of Satyaraj Khan. So that is the line. Okay. Descendant of Sri Gunaraj Khan. So we are just reading about Gunaraj Khan here. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. The inhabitant of Kulina-grāma said, please let me know who is actually a Vaishnava and what his symptoms are. Understanding his mind, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled and gave the following reply. A person who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord is to be considered a first-class Vaishnava, and your duty is to serve his lotus feet. A person who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord is to be considered a first-class Vaishnava, and your duty is to serve his lotus feet. So the one thing we are seeing is the residents of Kulina-grāma ask very important questions. The following year, the inhabitants of Kulina-grāma again asked the Lord the same question. Hearing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again taught them about the different types of Vaishnavas. A first-class Vaishnava is he whose very presence makes others chant the holy name of Krishna. So not only is he always chanting the holy name, but in his presence, everyone else is inspired to chant the holy name of Krishna. That's a first-class Vaishnava. In this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught the distinctions between different types of Vaishnavas. The Vaisnava, Vaisnavatara and Vaisnavatama. So this is positive, comparative and superlative degree of Vaishnavas. There is Vaishnava. So in pure devotees, you have pure devotee, more pure devotee, most pure devotee, like that. So Vaishnava, Vaisnavatara and Vaisnavatama. He thus successively explained all the symptoms of a Vaishnava to the inhabitants of Kulina-grāma. So that means 3 times they asked the question. So 3 times, first time Vaishnava, then Vaisnavatara, then Vaisnavatama, like that Mahaprabhu explained. So who is Vaisnavatama? In his presence, everyone is inspired to chant. As soon as they come in his presence, they automatically start chanting. That's Vaisnavatama. Vaisnavatara means one who is always Vaisnavatara, who is always chanting. So you should worship that devotee. So the question was, please, the inhabitant of Kulina-grāma said, please let me know who is actually a Vaishnava and what his symptoms are. Understanding his mind, Mahaprabhu's Ācārya. So that was that. One of the inhabitants of Kulina-grāma submitted a petition to the Lord saying, my Lord, kindly tell me what my duty is and how I should execute it. The Lord replied, you should engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna and always chant the holy name of Krishna. If you do these 2 things, you will very soon attain shelter at Krishna's lotus feet. See Mahaprabhu's direct instruction. Engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna and always, always, always chant the holy name of Krishna. That's all. Engage in the service. Somehow or other we find, I don't know, we means I'm talking about myself, I think. We do all other things, but we kind of chanting the holy names all the time, we kind of put that on the back shelf somewhere else, isn't it? All the time chanting. But that's the only thing that will save us. And for us to come to the point of believing that this is all I need, for us to actually believe and come to action, we need that firm faith. There's no other way, no other way, no other way. Harer nama, harer nama, harer namaiva kevalam kallau nastyeva, nastyeva, nastyeva gatiranyatha. In this horrible age of Kali Yuga, there is no other way, no other way, no other way, except the chanting of the holy names, chanting of the holy names, chanting of the holy names of Krishna. But we don't get faith in that. We are not able to do it. We do little bit and then we look for other things to do. Even if it is devotional service, we look for something else, some other things to do. Not just sitting and chanting the holy names of the Lord. Whether you sit or not, but chant the holy names of the Lord all the time. That's the only way. But we don't do that. We are not able to do that. And we try to put it on the side because we have other important things to do. Never mind, even in the service. But this is the thing. This is the only thing that's going to save us. But for us to believe it and to actually be convinced and to actually do it, we need faith. Dhrida Shraddha is required. When you get Dhrida Shraddha, then you will do it continuously. So for that Dhrida Shraddha, then you have to hear the glories of the holy name. You have to hear its importance from Shastra. And you have to hear the examples of devotees, how they are doing this type of bhakti, what type of faith they have, all these things. And Krishna's assurance again and again, so that we get confidence in this, chanting of the holy names like this. So therefore we have to hear. There's no other way. Shravanam Kirtanam. So Shushrusho Shraddhadanasya Vasudeva Kathasuyaha Syan Mahat Sevaya Vipra Punya Tirtha Nishevanat. Hearing is very important. Hearing the glories. Yes. So Mahaprabhu is saying you should always engage yourself in the service of the servants of Krishna and always chant the holy name of Krishna. So you should always engage in the service of the servants of Krishna. Then who is a servant of Krishna? That's the next question, isn't it? Let me know who is actually a Vaishnava, right? You are telling that I should always engage in the service of Krishna, but who is a servant of Krishna? Can you please tell me like that? What are his symptoms? Then Mahaprabhu said, one who is always chanting the holy name of the Lord is considered first class Vaishnava. So again, the next year he asked the same question, like who is Vaishnava? And this time Mahaprabhu said, simply by his presence, if others are inspired to chant, then he is a Vaishnava, first class Vaishnava. So Vaishnava, Vaisnavatara, I'm seeing what's Vaishnava. Acha, this is only Vaishnava. Okay, here, first one. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then finally advised, one who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava, therefore you should offer all respects to him. So, who is chanting Hare Krishna? In general way it is said, one who is chanting Hare Krishna. So, I'm going backwards now. I'll just see this whole thing one more time. Satyaraj Khan said, so now we are hearing about these two devotees, Satyaraj Khan and Ramananda Rai, text 89, Satyaraj Khan and Ramananda, not Rai, sorry, not Ramananda Rai, Ramananda Vasu. They are from Kulina-grāma. So we'll start from here. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, Gunaraj Khan of Kulina-grāma compiled a book named Sri Krishna Vijaya, in which there is a sentence revealing the author's ecstatic love of Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. By this statement, I am sold into the hands of the descendants of Gunaraj. That means Gunaraj Khan, who is an ancestor of Satyaraj Khan, has written a book called Sri Krishna Vijaya. And in that book, there is a line that says, so the author is saying, Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. So seeing that line in that book, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, now I am sold in the hands of not the author himself, but all the descendants of the author. That means Satyaraj Khan and everyone else. I am sold in their hands because he's written that line. What did he write? That Krishna, the son of Nanda Maharaj, is my life and soul. Then further, Mahaprabhu is saying to say nothing of you. That means to Satyaraj Khan, Mahaprabhu is saying, even a dog living in your village is very dear to me. What then to speak of others? You are so dear to me because you are the descendant of Gunaraj Khan. What to say about you? Even a dog of your village is very dear to me because that dog belongs to the village of Gunaraj Khan. After this, Ramananda Vasu and Satyaraj Khan both submitted questions at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Satyaraj Khan said, my dear sir, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. So is this our question also? My dear Lord, being a householder and a materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. See, one who thinks I already know the process and I'm already doing, such a person knows nothing. Actually, this is what Shastra says. Yasya amatam matam, yasya matam amatam. One who thinks I don't know, knows something. One who thinks I know everything, knows nothing. So if I'm thinking that I know the process, I know how it works and I have it all figured out, that means I know nothing. But one who genuinely feels that I don't know, I want to progress, I don't know, right? Please help me, right? I want to know. That such a person can approach a spiritual master to inquire. If you think you already know, then what is the need of a spiritual master? Spiritual master is meant for guidance. And what type of guidance? not about how to improve my material life and where to invest my assets and my money. That's not why you need a spiritual master. Spiritual master is required to answer your questions, how to progress in bhakti, to help you, to guide you, how to progress in bhakti, how to do bhajan. So here Satyaraj Khan is asking, my dear Lord, being a householder and materialistic man, I do not know the process of advancing in spiritual life. I don't know. I therefore submit myself unto your lotus feet and request you to give me orders. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, without cessation. See, without cessation. Without cessation. What does that mean? Not just 4 rounds, 18 rounds, 16 rounds, 20, 32 rounds. He's saying without cessation. Continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees, the Vaishnavas. Whenever possible. Chanting you can do all the time. Continuously. Nobody is there to, you can do that continuously. So without cessation, continue. So that's the instruction of Mahaprabhu. But when we hear this, am I getting that conviction immediately? This is what I'm supposed to do. So how you'll get that conviction? For you to get conviction, for me to get conviction in that, I will need the mercy. This is the way. When we get the mercy of a pure devotee, then by that mercy, that instruction will take root in my heart. Sometimes, even if we have mercy because of severe offenses, I'm not able to accept that mercy because of severe offenses in the heart, even though I'm receiving mercy. That means, you get the association of devotees, you're getting mercy, but you're not able to take that instruction is not able to stay in your heart because your heart is filled with offenses. Then also we are not able to take. So then, as we discussed a couple of days ago, for the offenses, how to deal with that, then you have to take some punishment for that. I mean, you should beg the Lord that please punish me so that I can overcome these offenses. And that way I can actually get faith in this instruction. What Mahaprabhu is saying, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve his devotees, Vaishnavas. That's all. Vaishnavas, holy name. And then what is the obstacle? Offenses. So don't commit offenses. And whatever offenses you have committed, be extremely careful not to commit offenses. And the offenses that have been committed already, for that you pray that the Lord give you some punishment. And when the punishment comes, accept it. And then by that punishment, what happens is the offense won't go away. The offense won't go away by the punishment. It just reduces the intensity of that offense. So because of that intensity of offense, you're not able to receive the message. Now, by taking punishment, your heart becomes soft. The intensity of offense is reduced. And therefore, now when you hear, you get faith. And you can actually start doing bhajan. By that bhajan, by your chanting, your offense is destroyed. By punishment, offense is not destroyed. But by punishment, you become humble. You become, your heart becomes softer. And by that, you're able to actually do bhajan. Otherwise, because of offense, I'm not even able to do bhajan. You don't even feel like chanting. You don't want to chant. You don't want to read. You don't want to associate with devotees. When the heart is filled with severe offenses, that will be the condition. Like that. So, but what is the solution at the end of the day? What is it that we are supposed to do? Mahaprabhu is saying, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of the Lord. Practice chanting. When you're chanting on beads, yes, you chant on beads, minimum whatever you're chanting. But at other times, whatever work you're doing, wherever you are, try chanting with your lips aloud wherever possible. If you think it's not possible with your lips, then do it in your mind. But practice this But this will not happen. It is a great science. If your heart is not soft, it is hard. When does the heart become hard? When we willingly, knowingly commit offenses. We know it is wrong, but still we do it. Inattentive chanting. We know it is not, it is an offense to be inattentive while chanting. But while chanting, we are inattentive. Even though we know it's an offense, still we do it anyway. It's okay, right? We are looking at the screen, and chanting is going on, and, inattentive chanting. What happens, you don't see it immediately. What is happening is your heart is becoming harder and harder because willingly, knowingly, you're doing offenses. Because of these offenses, heart becomes hard. And in such a hard heart, you won't have that sensitivity, and that firm faith is not forming also. When you hear, firm faith is not forming. You're not able to get conviction in these words when you hear. Mahaprabhu is saying, Satyaraj Khan is asking, how can I advance in my spiritual life? Mahaprabhu is saying, without cessation, continue chanting the holy name of Lord Krishna. Whenever possible, serve him and his devotees. Upon hearing this, Satyaraj said, how can I recognize a Vaishnava? Please let me know what a Vaishnava is, what are his common symptoms. So then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once. So this is a Vaishnava. Look at that, the standard. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once is worshipable and is the topmost human being. So that's why Vaisnava, Vaisnavatara, Vaisnavatama. The rest of it we had read. This is the beginning. So how can a householder progress in bhakti? You have to, without cessation, chant the holy names of Krishna, and also whenever you get an opportunity, serve the devotees of the Lord. Okay, chanting I can do. Serving the devotees of the Lord, how do I know who is a devotee? Who should I serve? Then first Mahaprabhu saying, anyone who has once chanted Hare Krishna. Whoever chants the holy name of Krishna just once. So you have so many Vaishnavas that you can serve, right? Anyone who has once chanted Hare Krishna is worshipable and is the topmost human being. Then, simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. This is true. This is absolutely true. This is Shastric statement. By once chanting the holy name, all your sins are removed. But still, there is a catch there. There is a catch. All the sins are removed by once chanting. That's the potency of the holy name. Yes, by once chanting. But that is true in the case of a person who has no offenses, like Ajamin. When you have no offenses, and in offenses also, especially the 10 offenses to the holy name. But if you have no offenses, well, any offenses, at this point we have to say any offenses. But if you have other offenses, by chanting once the holy name, they will all be mitigated. All your sins and other offenses are removed by once chanting the holy name, provided you don't have offenses to the holy name, the 10 offenses to the holy name. Because by chanting, those offenses are also removed. All other offenses are removed by chanting the holy name of the Lord. But if you have offenses to the holy name itself, and then you're taking the name of the Lord, once chanting doesn't help there. You know why? Because your sins will be removed in proportion to the removal of the offenses. First, the offense has to be removed, then the sins will be removed. That is why for those who have offenses, and these offenses are like tough stains, they don't come off so easily, like haldi ka stain, turmeric stain, others like that. The tough stains, they don't come off easily. So what should you do when you have such tough stains? Not once. Once you wash, it doesn't go. Again and again you have to keep scrubbing. And several rounds of washing it might take. Like that. Once chanting holy name, no. You should chant again and again and again. So then you will think, oh, that means holy name is not so powerful to clean the offenses. Holy name is powerful. Holy name can do, but you're offending the holy name only. So you're offending. You're offending the holy name who is going to clean you. So holy name is displeased with you for offending. You understand? Holy name has full capacity. Holy name can clear. Just like a king. A king, can the king maintain all his subjects? Of course he can maintain. He can take care of everyone. But still, those who are criminals, those who are, unlawful, he will put them in the prison house. He will restrict that person's movements. He will, restrict his freedom by keeping him locked up in the prison house. He is also his subject. So does it mean that, and he's not giving him his happy life? The king is not able to maintain his his subjects. The king is not capable of maintaining all his subjects. See, so many people are in the prison and they are not able to live happily outside. The king is not fit to rule. Can you say like that? Out of his own, because he is displeased with those people who have broken the law, he has put them there. That doesn't mean he's not capable of maintaining. Similarly, Bhakti Maharani is fully capable of removing all your, sins and offenses and everything. It's not that she's not capable. But the fact is, you have offended. You're committing offenses to the holy name. The holy name who's going to deliver you, that holy name you're offending. That's why Srila Prabhupada gave us these 10 offenses to the holy name. As part of our morning program, we should recite every day. After chanting the Shikshashtakam, we recite the 10 offenses, so we will remember not to commit these 10 offenses. These are deadly. These are killers. Deadly offenses. And offenses don't come off easily. They go all the way up to bhava stage also. Sins will come off very easily. Offenses don't. But because of offenses are like a block. When the offense is removed, then sin will be removed. That's why sins also carry. Offense has to be removed. Then sins will be removed. So there are different types of offenses. So those offenses which are blocking the sins, right? So all those will come off by anartha nivritti stage. Anartha nivritti, nishta, they are all removed. So sins are removed by that stage. All the sins and all will be removed. But certain offenses remain. They stay all the way up to bhava stage. They will remain like that. So those stages of bhakti are based on eradication of offenses. So here, by serving Vaishnavas, then our, chanting the names of the Lord continuously without cessation, and also serving the Vaishnavas. By doing this, you will certainly progress in bhakti. But who is a Vaishnava? Then Mahaprabhu said, anyone who has once chanted the holy name of the Lord, he is worshipable, he is a Vaishnava. Why? By once chanting a holy name, you should call him a Vaishnava. Because the holy name is so potent. You should not undermine the potency of the holy name. Yes. Once you chant the holy name, then it will remove all the sins which you are not even capable of committing. Ashesha Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam Ashesha Aghaharam. Ashesha, जिसका लिमिट नहीं है, अशेषा agha means sins, हर लेता है. Vaikuntha Nama Grahanam. If you take the name of the Supreme Lord, by that one name, unlimited sins are removed. Even more sins than what you can commit, they are removed by once chanting the holy name. However, if you have offenses, once chanting is not sufficient. You have to do repeated chanting. And what to speak of if you are parallelly committing offenses also, not just whatever you have from before, but now also you're committing offenses to the holy name. Can you imagine in what a messed up situation we are in? That's why, of course, ultimately, Bhakti Maharani is a conscious personality. Bhakti Maharani is Krishna's potency, internal energy. So, if we are sincerely trying, then we will get all help. But this is the way, this is the procedure. They have to go. And the only way that these offenses can go is the consciousness while chanting is also important. Repenting with repentance, one is continuously chanting. That's the only way. We don't have any other way. This is the only way. Of course, Vaishnava Aparadh is a very deadly aparadh. 1 and 7 are very, very serious offenses. 1 is blaspheming Vaishnavas, and 7 is committing sinful activities on the strength of chanting. Because I'm chanting, so I can do anything and all that will be solved. No problem. I'm chanting. So I can do some cheating here and some lying there, or, so many things, right? I can do some sinful activities because I'm chanting. Because I'm chanting, I will be protected. That mentality, I will be protected even if I do adharma. Because I'm chanting, that is an offense to the holy name. So 1 and 7. If you are guilty of 1 and 7, then simply continuous chanting will not do. Continuous chanting itself is difficult, but continuous chanting only, you won't be able to do. That's the thing. So then, because you have to take punishment. You have to take punishment for 1 and 7. You should pray to the Lord to give you some punishment. It can come in any way. And then after that punishment, while suffering that punishment with a repentant heart, you should chant continuously. And other than 1 and 7, all the other offenses, if you just continuously chant the holy name, those offenses can be mitigated by the holy name. Again, it's not that the mood is not that now I will chant 64 rounds. With these 64 rounds, I'm going to destroy my offense. It doesn't work like that. You cannot calculate. This is not a material deal. I'll pay this much and I should get that in return. It's not like that. Sometimes devotees calculate, oh, in 5 years, you think I'll become, if I did like this for 5 years, then I'll become a pure devotee. Like 5-year plan, 10-year plan. It doesn't work like that. We are at the mercy. See how we read yesterday, Yashodamai's and Krishna, the Damodar Leela. 2 fingers. Second finger, ultimately it is Krishna's mercy. It is by Krishna's mercy. That is his free will. He will give it when he wants to give, or he may not give. You cannot question. But from your side, all you can do is that parishram. You can just keep endeavoring and endeavoring. And of course, Krishna is not a, he's Bhakta Vatsala. If you are sincere, because he's Bhakta Vatsala, he doesn't know. You see how he drops himself when he sees Yashodamai is working so hard. What did he do? It was a competition between the two. He didn't want to get tied and she wanted to tie him. But the Lord, he dropped out. Why? Oh, my mother is working so hard. She's so tired. She's sweating. All right. I will let him tie me now. So like that. So he's a very, very, loving master. So you don't have to worry from his side that, what if I did everything, because it is ultimately his mercy? What if he didn't give me mercy even if I did everything? You don't have to worry about that. He is the best person that can ever exist. So you don't have to worry whether he will do from his side more than what you can expect. But you be more concerned about what you are doing. Are you doing what is expected of you? That first finger is parishrama. Am I doing that parishrama now? I am not doing. But if I do, just think of Yashoda Mai, how determined she was. All day, I mean, unimaginable. It was Deepavali day. From early in the morning until evening, she's simply running around getting ropes and trying to tie Krishna all day, and she's sweating. When that type of parishram is there, then yes, Krishna's mercy will be awakened. And then it is by his mercy only that you will progress in bhakti. You will get realizations and you are progressing in bhakti. So it is by his mercy. So what I'm saying is, don't think that now because it is said chanting all the time, so now by my chanting, by my doing this, now I'm going to conquer and I'm going to become a pure devotee. I'm going to do this and that. I'm going to achieve. No. What we are trying to do by following this is attracting Krishna's mercy, getting his attention. But another side is, we don't want to do anything. This is called sahajiya type. We don't want to do any hard work, but we want all the mercy to come just like that. I will be enjoying my life here and everything, material life. But at the same time, Krishna's mercy, and I'm, it's clearly said through this pastime, Krishna is showing us, you do your hard work first. So similarly, why we are not progressing? One time chanting the holy name of the Lord should remove all sins, and we should be experiencing, great bliss in Krishna, bhakti, experiencing love for Krishna. Why all that is not happening? Not once. I have chanted thousands of times the holy names of the Lord. Lakhs of times I've chanted the name of the Lord. Why I'm not experiencing? Because, tell me why I'm not experiencing after chanting so many names? What's the problem? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, by once chanting, all the sins are removed. I've chanted lakhs of times. Then why I'm still not experiencing? When all the sins removed means offenses removed, sins removed, at least I'll be past Anartha Nivritti stage now. So I should be experiencing Nishta, Ruchi, etc. Why I'm not experiencing?
Because of some aparadh.
Yes, because of aparadhs. And tough aparadhs. So they are not going away. So for that, once chanting is not sufficient, you have to chant more. It's like for one offense to be removed, you have to chant so many names. Then one will be removed. Like that. But it's not just that material calculation. That also can be adjusted because it is completely in the Lord's hand. You see, what we need is that truthful, sincere heart, that sincere endeavor, that surrender. Surrender means what? I believe you, I trust you, and I put myself in your hands. Now you deal with me in whichever way you like. This is surrender. So then if Krishna says that, all right, you have so much baggage, now you have to do this much, then you just surrender means, yes, you do whatever it takes. It can take 10 lifetimes, 100 lifetimes, no problem. I have surrendered. Now it is his responsibility. Whatever he does, he can do. Because I trust him. Whatever he does is good for me. This is surrender. So, if you are sincere like that, if you surrender like that, even if you have so many offenses, so it is all about your consciousness. That has to come. If you have that, then Krishna is all powerful. He can just kick away. He may say, you already achieved what you're supposed to achieve. Now there is no need of, So now let's say, I'm just giving an example. That if you chant 100 names, one offense is removed, let's say. But you are so sincere, you're so completely surrendered that now Krishna may decide or Bhakti Maharani may decide, because Bhakti Maharani is Krishna's internal energy, so you can use it either way, either Krishna or Bhakti Maharani. So now Bhakti Maharani says, okay, this person is very sincere. So instead of 100 names, one name is sufficient, no need. Or maybe 10 names, by 10 names. Instead of 100, she can adjust it to 10 names. Why? You have the right approach, right consciousness you have. And someone else may have the wrong attitude. Oh, by 100 names, it will go. So now I will chant this, and then all he's calculating like this, like this, like this. Then I'm going to advance. My offenses will be removed. Or you are doing something else. That means your consciousness is not right. Then instead of 100, she can make 1,000 also. That offense, which normally would come off by 100 names, she may make it 10,000 also. So the thing is, you are dependent, my dear. You are not the conqueror. You are not the person who's going to just by your effort, you're going to. But at the same time, don't go to the other end, that anyway, Krishna is going to do everything. Unless he sanctions, it's not going to happen. Even if I do everything, what's the use? So I'll just not do anything. I'll just wait. I won't do anything. This is the other side. No, you have to do parishram, but you cannot expect. But at the same time, Krishna is not, he's Bhakta Vatsala. If you are actually sincerely doing, you don't have to worry whether Krishna will do his part or not. He will do. You see examples? Many, many examples. He will come down all the time. Bhishma Dev, he took a vow. Arjun also took a vow. What did Krishna do? To make Bhishma Dev's vows true, he gave up his own vow. What was Krishna's vow in the battle of Kurukshetra? That I will not pick up any weapon. I will not fight. What was Bhishma Dev's vow? I will make Krishna pick up his vow. Break his vow. I will make Krishna pick up a weapon. If I fail in that, so if Krishna does not take a weapon tomorrow, I'm going to kill Arjun. I'm going to kill Arjun. if Krishna doesn't pick up a weapon. So now Krishna's, again, competition. Krishna is, yes, Mataji, you're raising your hand. Acha, galti se ho gaya kya? No problem. So, one thing is, Krishna took a vow. What is Krishna's vow? I won't pick up a weapon. And his devotee Bhishma Dev took a vow that Krishna should pick up a weapon. So he wanted Krishna makes his devotee's word come true. Like when there's a competition, he will come down. He will come down. He even breaks his own vow to make his devotee win. This is Krishna's heart. So you don't have to ever consider or worry. Even you shouldn't have even a little bit of doubt that I may do everything, but still this bhakti, what if Krishna does not? Of course, it's his free will. He will give it whenever he wants. And you should be ready for that. You should have that faith. That is surrender. Otherwise, what is the meaning of surrender? If you don't have that, faith and trust, then what is the meaning of surrender? But at the same time, surrender does not mean you won't do anything. Like Srila Prabhupada says, Arjun doesn't say that, okay, I will sit. Or Krishna didn't tell Arjun, you sit down and I will fight the battle for you. No, you fight. So we have to do our parishram. And what is our parishram? What Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to Satyaraj Khan. You chant. Without cessation, you chant the holy names of the Lord. And whenever you get an opportunity, you serve the Vaishnavas. Simple instruction, right? But to do that, to have faith and to actually bring it into practice. To bring it into practice, I will need faith. I will need faith, Dridha Shraddha. That Dridha Shraddha is the fuel which will carry my, with which my vehicle will drive, my car will go. What is the fuel? Dridha Shraddha. And cars moving means you're chanting continuously. How will you be able to chant continuously? When you have firm faith in the words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Why we don't have firm faith now? It can be because of ignorance, anadi avidya. Since beginningless we have ignorance. or and offenses. So because of that, we are not able to get firm faith, and without firm faith, we are not able to bring it into action. Then how to get this firm faith? To get this firm faith, you need the mercy of devotees. That's why you should serve the devotees. Then who is a devotee? Who is a devotee? Anyone who has once chanted the holy name of the Lord is a devotee. Or the second one. So there are different grades of Vaishnavas. Vaisnava, Vaisnavatara, Vaisnavatama. Vaisnava means who has once chanted the holy name of the Lord. Why? Once chanted the holy name of the Lord is a Vaishnava. Why is it said? Because the holy name is so powerful. Even if somebody chanted the holy name once, it removes all offenses. But I am chanting for such a long time. Why? All my sins are not offenses, sins. All my sins are not removed. Why? There is a catch behind that. Yes, once chanting the holy name can remove all sins, provided you don't have offenses to the holy name. But if you have offenses to the holy name, then once chanting won't work. You have to chant again and again. That's why that is already said. What did Mahaprabhu say? Chant without cessation. That is there. Along with that, you render service to Vaishnavas. So, but you are not able to chant continuously. Then by service to Vaishnavas, you can get that kripa, you can get that mercy. By that mercy, your faith will become stronger and stronger. As you hear, you'll be able to accept what you're hearing. And when your faith becomes strong, now you will be able to chant continuously. So you see, my dear friends, it's not a one-day game. It's not that it's going to happen immediately. It is a process. It is a process. We grow gradually. We have to keep trying every day. We cannot just think that, it's not, bhakti is not gross, like in this world, like machines, right? It's very gross, meaning you want your result, right? You pay and you get something. We are becoming more and more mechanical. But bhakti, it's very, very sensitive. It's very, very sensitive. It's got to do with your consciousness, with your heart. So you have to cultivate gradually. You have to start cutting down, on that, the activities that we do without any sensitivity. Especially, it will come in all fields. You cannot separate your material life and your devotional life. You cannot. When you are sensitive in devotional life, automatically you will be sensitive in your material dealings also. You will be sensitive in every aspect. And if you are insensitive in your material dealings, naturally you will be insensitive in devotional life also. Insensitive towards bhakti, towards deities, towards devotees, towards scripture. It will come. But where will we get all this? You'll get from Shastra. But it's not like, I'll just study from Shastra, I'll understand everything and then I will practice. It doesn't work like that. You'll be able to understand Shastra and grasp what is said when you get the mercy of Vaishnavas. You have to be. And it is not that simply by serving Vaishnavas, I don't need scripture, I don't have time for that, I will only serve Vaishnavas. How will you recognize a Vaishnava? You have to know from scripture only. So very, very intelligently, carefully, our Acharyas have given us the whole program. We associate with Vaishnavas. They sat up day and night. You look at all the Acharyas in our line. They have given us books for what reason? Because this science of bhakti has to be understood very, very scrutinizingly. But it is not just a game of studying. It has to be, then it will just be like a mental exercise. As you are studying, you have to apply it in your practice also. And that will be possible when you have the association of Vaishnavas. You'll be able to understand. And you'll get the strength, you'll get the faith to actually practice it, to apply. When you get faith, that's when you'll apply it in practice. That faith will come by the mercy of devotees. Of course, when you read Srila Prabhupada's books, you're getting the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And when you read Acharya's commentaries, you're getting the mercy of Acharyas. And also, in person, dealings with Vaishnavas, our contemporary devotees. So there are different levels of Vaishnavas. Pure devotee, of course. But even ones who has chanted there also, that's why it's made clear, right? Anyone who has chanted once, that is showing the glory of the holy name. How glorious is the holy name. That if you have no offenses, then by once chanting the holy name, you are a Vaishnava. That means anyone who serves you is benefiting like that. So I'll wind up here. I know it's getting late for all of you. So this is about Satyaraj and Ramananda. We were reading about kulīna-grāma-vāsīs. Yesterday I had not read about Satyaraj and Ramananda, right? I mean Ramananda Vasu. That's why I'm going over this. So now next time when you hear about Satyaraj Khan, what will you remember? Just remember this. Satyaraj Khan is from Kulina-grāma and he is the descendant of Gunaraj Khan. Gunaraj Khan is a great devotee. Okay. But about Satyaraj Khan, when you hear, what should you remember? The questions he asked Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What was the question? I am a grihastha, I am a materialistic person. How can I progress in bhakti? What is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's answer? This is important. Always chant without cessation, he says. Without cessation, chant the names of the Lord. And whenever you get an opportunity, you serve the devotees of the Lord. Then the next question was, who is a devotee? So there, Mahaprabhu gave answer in 3 levels. And like each year, the next year he would come and he would ask the same question. And each time Mahaprabhu went one level, he went to the next level. So the first time he said anyone who chanted the name of Krishna once, who chanted the holy name once is a Vaishnava, because simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna once, a person is relieved from all the reactions of a sinful life. One can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name. That's how potent the holy name is. Then further, one does not have to undergo initiation or execute the activities required before initiation. One simply has to vibrate the holy name with his lips. Thus, even a man in the lowest class, Chandala, can be delivered. So, what do you need to chant the holy name like that? To be able to chant the holy name also, you need the mercy of a devotee. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one dissolves his entanglement in material activities. After this, one becomes very much attracted to Krishna, and thus dormant love for Krishna is awakened. This is how one progresses. First, all your sins and all that is removed, your material attachments. But if you are not taking the medicine, how the result will come? This medicine is so wonderful. It will give you everything, simply just chanting. But without doing this, how we can expect all those things to come? We have to take the medicine. By chanting the holy name of the Lord, one dissolves his entanglement in material activities. After this, one becomes very much attracted to Krishna, and thus dormant love for Krishna is awakened. The holy name of Lord Krishna is an attractive feature for many saintly liberal people. It is the annihilator of all sinful reactions and is so powerful that save for the dumb who cannot chant it, it is readily available to everyone, including the lowest type of man, the Chandala. The holy name of Krishna is the controller of the opulence of liberation. Holy name is the controller of the opulence of liberation. That means by chanting, very easily you can get liberation. And it is identical with Krishna. This holy name is identical with Krishna. When a person simply chants the holy name with his tongue, immediately effects are produced. Chanting the holy name does not depend on initiation, pious activities, or the Purascharya regulative principles generally observed before initiation. The holy name does not wait for any of these activities. It is self-sufficient. That is why actually when you say initiation, initiation means second initiation. However, to make people serious about the chanting, this first initiation was introduced by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but that was just to kind of make you serious about chanting. Because simply by chanting the holy name, what we are reading here, you can become perfect. Then what is initiation? In initiation, you get Vaishnava mantras which reveal, actually there is two there. One is Dvijatvam is given. Dvijatvam means twice born status is given. Then by that now you are actually allowed to worship the deities. And then a Vaishnava mantra is given. By that Vaishnava mantra, your worshipable deity, the form of the worshipable Lord is revealed to you, and your relationship, in what relationship you're going to serve the Lord, is revealed through that mantra. So we are all given the mantra in the line of Srila Rupa Goswami. So our relationship is revealed in that Gayatri mantra that we chant. So we are all aspiring to be the followers of Srila Rupa Goswami or Rupa Manjari. That's our relationship. Servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of Sri Rupa Manjari. That is our relationship. So that is revealed through the mantra. That is initiation. But even before initiation, can you chant or not? Yes, you can chant. Anyone can chant. And will the holy name work? Yes. Can you get liberated by that holy name? Yes. You can get liberated. You can be delivered. By that holy name, you can be delivered. Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 24 hours, can you get love of Godhead? Yes. One who is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra is understood to be a Vaishnava. Therefore, you should offer all respects to him. So in essence, Mahaprabhu is saying anyone who is chanting the holy name of the Lord is a Vaishnava. So serve such a Vaishnava who is chanting the holy name, and you also continuously chant. So again, the rest we read, again the next year he came, then Mahaprabhu said one who is always chanting. First he said one who is chanting, then he said one who is always chanting, and then that is a Vaishnava. And the third year he said, in whose presence others are also inspired to chant. He's chanting all the time, but in his presence, everyone else is also chanting. That is a Vaishnava. So you serve such a Vaishnava, like that. Okay. So that was about Satyaraj and Ramananda, kulīna-grāma-vāsīs. Then after that, yesterday we already discussed this about Raghunandan, Mukunda, Narahari, Raghunandan, SRIKHANDA Vāsīs. It's already time now. But I had one question yesterday. I didn't get a chance to look up. Maybe I'll quickly look up with your permission. Just so that we won't leave this section here. Where is this here? So kulīna-grāma we saw. So next is Raghunandan. And I know people are Raghunandan Thakur. Actually, Narahari Sarkar we will see. Because Raghunandan Thakur's I already explained yesterday. Narahari Sarkar. Yes. So Mukunda Sarkar, Narahari Sarkar and Raghunandan, they are the residents of SRIKHANDA. Narahari Sarkar's family was the pride of the Vaishnavas. Yes, SRIKHANDA. Or if you want, I can just read about them tomorrow from this, if you like. In tomorrow's session, we can read. But I just had a specific question about that ankle bell. One day Nityananda Prabhu arrived at SRIKHANDA and said to Narahari, all right, we know who you are, so where's the honey? Because Narahari Sarkar is Madhumati. Okay. He was a very expert singer as well as a poet. He has composed many songs. Okay. Acha, Narahari was the only devotee who had the adhikar to do Gaur Kirtan in Gaur Sundar's presence. Ordinarily, if anyone would praise Mahaprabhu in his presence or chant his holy name, he would block his ears and call out Vishnu, Vishnu. Narahari, however, enjoyed the special privilege of being able to sing about Mahaprabhu in a very unique mood and with sweet descriptions of his transcendental beauty without objection from Mahaprabhu. His disappearance was on Ekadasi Tithi, November, December. Today is also Ekadasi, by the way. This one. The following story is told about Narahari. Once when Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu came to his house in Śrikhanda, they suddenly expressed a desire for honey. Acha, ye wala to ho gaya. Narahari demonstrated his miraculous powers by transforming the water in a pond near his house into honey. The whole pond turned into honey. He quenched the Lord's desire for honey with water from this pond, which has ever since been called Madhu Pushkarini. The Lord gave Narahari the order in a dream to install 3 deities of himself, which are currently worshipped in Śrikhanda, Katwa, and Ganganagar. So, after his pilgrimage to South India, when he had saved so many people by giving them love for Krishna, Mahaprabhu returned to Puri when Nityananda sent his servant Kala Krishnadas back to Bengal to tell everyone of the Lord's arrival. All the devotees immediately made arrangements to go to Jagannātha Purī to see the Lord. The Khandavasis were amongst their number. So, Mukunda, Narahari, and Raghunandan from Srikhanda arrived at Advaita Ācārya. So, this is exactly what we read, to go to Nilachal. Okay, so maybe we have to look in Raghunandan, not Narahari Sarkar. Then 1 second. QR Raghunandan. We discussed this story yesterday about that, him offering to the deity. Abhiram Thakur had come. Acha. So, Raghunandan was born into a family of physicians in the Shaka year 1432. His father's name was Mukunda Das, mother's name is unknown. Mukunda Das was Narahari Sarkar's Thakur's older brother. So, Narahari Sarkar is Raghunandan Thakur's chacha, uncle, father's younger brother. Once Mukunda was engaged, this also we discussed yesterday. I'm trying to find that pastime of the ankle bell. Narahari Sarkar Thakur gave mead to Nityananda Prabhu and Mahaprabhu from a pond which was right next to their home. This pond, okay, that we read, okay, Madhukarini. One day, Abhiram Thakur came to Srikhanda and paid his obeisances to Raghunandan. Then he embraced him and melted with feelings of prema. Raghunandan started to dance and sing kirtan, and while doing so, one of his ankle bells slipped from his foot and went off flying. This is what happened. So this is the point that was missing from what we discussed yesterday. So Abhiram Thakur came and then they hid Raghunandan, fearing that Abhiram Thakur, if anyone who he offers obeisances to, if it's a Vaishnava, if that person has even one small desire, material desire, then his head will break into 1,000 pieces. He will die, basically. Same, if he bowed down before a Shaligram Shila and if there's no Krishna there in that Shaligram Shila, then that Shaligram Shila will break. And he walks around with a whip in his hand. He will beat people with the whip. Anyone called Jai Mangala, this whip is called Jai Mangala. Anyone who beats with that whip, that person gets prema, Krishna prema. So they were afraid, Are chota bachcha hai, 5-year-old boy, Raghunandan, he may have some desire for some food items, for playthings. Abhiram Thakur is coming to see him. He'll offer obeisances, our child will die. So they hid him. So Abhiram Thakur went when he was sitting outside the village in a park or in a forest somewhere. When Raghunandan Thakur realized Abhiram Thakur is here, all pure devotees, associates of the Lord. So he ran to see him and then they embraced. So there this happened. He embraced him and melted with feelings of prema. Then Raghunandan, there he started to dance and sing Kirtan. Both of them, Abhiram Thakur and Raghunandan. Then while doing so, one of his ankle bells slipped from his foot and went flying off, landing 4 miles away in Akai Hut near his disciple Krishna Das's house. Later, in order to commemorate the event, a tank was excavated there, which was given the name NUPUR KUND. So that is the pastime. So this is today's thing, is completion of what we discussed yesterday. So it happened there. Raghunandan Thakur's ankle bell went and fell 4 miles away while he was dancing. He was dancing. You can imagine how he was dancing. It fell off 4 miles away. And so to commemorate that, one pond was excavated, and that pond is called Nupur Kund because ankle bell is called Nupur. Mahaprabhu, the father of Sankirtan, gave his adopted son, Raghunandan Thakur, the authority to offer the garland on the day before the Sankirtan Yagya and make the final offering at the Yagya's end. Raghunandan Thakur accompanied the Bengali devotees to Puri every year at Chaturmasya. He would dance with his uncle Narahari at the Rath Yatra festival in the group formed by the residents of Shrikhanda. He participated in the Keturi festival organized by Narottam Das Thakur and Gadadhar Das's festival in Katwa and at the commemorative festival for Narahari Sarkar Thakur in Shrikhanda. Some people say anyone who is dear to Raghunandan will win Mahaprabhu's mercy for life after life. If you're dear to Raghunandan, you will win Mahaprabhu's mercy. Others say Raghunandan is so merciful that he gives life to the most humble and fallen. Some say, what humility! There is no one who is his equal. Raghunandan's humility. And others say, he is as beautiful as Kandarpa himself, etc. So all this is from Bhakti Ratnakar. Srila Raghunandan Thakur had great affection for Srinivasa Ācārya. Prior to his disappearance, he consoled Srinivas that despite the difficulties, he would be able to spread Vaishnavism in the future. So Raghunandan Thakur is consoling Srinivasa Ācārya. A difficult time is coming in which people will succumb to various doubts. Narahari Prabhu wrote in his Shri Krishna Bhajanamrita. Once our Lord Krishna Chaitanya and his companion Nityananda Prabhu have ended their incarnation, the Vaishnavas in this age of Kali will be anxious with every passing day, whether very advanced, somewhat advanced, or neophytes. Their hearts will nearly always be filled with doubt. But don't let this worry you. Lord Gauranga will accomplish many great works through you. Srila Raghunandan Thakur is telling Srinivasa Ācārya. But don't let this worry you. Lord Gauranga will accomplish many great works through you. I bless you that you remain long on this earth, and that you and your followers protect our Lord's religion. Those who are opposed to devotion to Krishna will become devotees by your influence, and they will take shelter of you. Raghunandan Thakur bequeathed the service of his Gaur Gopal deity to his son Kanai Thakur, and then left this world on the 4th day of the waxing moon in the month of Shravan. Kanai Thakur gave a feast as part of his father's last rites. Raghunandan slowly became hidden to mortal eyes while repeating again and again the names of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. How glorious is that day of Shravan Shukla Chaturthi! Who will not sing the glories of Raghunandan Thakur? So all this is in Bhakti Ratnakar. Bhakti Ratnakar is the book for glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates. So yeah, so this we had read yesterday already. So just whatever we missed yesterday, I covered. And today we were supposed to start with text 99. Se-kāle dakshina hoite paramānanda-purī gaṅgā-tīre. So I'll just cover one verse. So we've done something today. Text 91. Se-kāle dakshina hoite paramānanda-purī gaṅgā-tīre-tīre aila NADIA nagari. If you remember, when Mahaprabhu was in South India, he went to this Rishabha Parvat. On Rishabha Parvat, he met Paramānanda-purī. Paramānanda-purī had come. He's also traveling. So Mahaprabhu spent 3 days with Paramānanda-purī discussing Krishna Katha. Then he asked, where are you going? Paramānanda-purī said, I'm from here. I'm going to go to Jagannātha Purī. This is in South India. Rishabha Parvat is in South India. So he said from here. So he was spending his Chaturmas on Rishabha Parvat. Mahaprabhu, not Mahaprabhu. Paramānanda-purī was spending his Chaturmas on Rishabha Parvat. So after completing Chaturmas, right after completing Chaturmas in Sri Rangam, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued walking. So he came to Rishabha Parvat. And he found out that on Rishabha Parvat now Paramānanda-purī is there. So with great eagerness, he went and he took darshan of Paramānanda-purī, and they spent time together for 3 days, day and night. They were discussing Krishna Katha. Then Mahaprabhu asked, where are you going? He said, from here I'm going to go to Jagannātha Purī. And from after taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, I'm going to go to the banks of Ganga. I'll go to Gaudadesh to take darshan of Gangaji. So Mahaprabhu said, I have a great desire to spend time with you. So after you go to Bengal, please come back to Jagannātha Purī. By that time, I will complete my South India tour also. I will also be back in Jagannātha Purī. There we can spend time together. Mahaprabhu had said that. So now we are reading about that Paramānanda-purī. He is in Gaudadesh. He came to Jagannātha Purī. He went to Bengal. So he is in Bengal. And while in Bengal, he heard that Mahaprabhu is now back in Jagannātha Purī. And he had told Paramānanda-purī to come back to Jagannātha Purī. So at that time, Paramānanda-purī came from South India, traveling along the banks of the Ganges. He ultimately reached the town of Nadia. He just arrived, not that he was already in Bengal. He just arrived. This is the time. That means Mahaprabhu returned. See, Paramānanda-purī from Rishabha Parvat, he went to Jagannātha Purī. He took darshan. And from there, he started walking towards Bengal. He just arrived now in Bengal, traveling along the banks of the Ganges. So because why he came to Bengal, he wanted to be with Ganga Devi. So he's traveling along the banks of the Ganga, and he reached Nadia. And this is the time when all the devotees got news from Kala Krishnadas that Mahaprabhu is back, and they started going to Puri. So what will happen now? He will also go with the devotees, right? So, se-kāle dakshina hoite Paramānanda-purī gaṅgā-tīre-tīre aila NADIA nagari. At that time, Paramānanda-purī came from South India, traveling along the banks of the Ganges. He ultimately reached the town of Nadia. Aira mandire sukhe korila vishram, ai tare bhikka dila kariya samman. So they have left, I think. Advaita Ācārya have left. Paramānanda-purī came, and he came to SACIMATA'S house. Aira mandire sukhe korila vishram. And he took Aira mandire sukhe korila vishram, ai tare bhikka dila koriya samman. So he rested, and Sachimata gave him, served him prasadam, lunch prasadam, and then she honored him greatly. At Navadvip, Paramānanda-purī took his board and lodging at the house of Sachimata. He took his board and lodging at the house of Sachimata. That means he stayed there and he took prasadam in Sachimata's house. She provided him with everything very respectfully. So, prabhura agamana teho tahai shunila shigra nila chala jaite tara ichha hoila. So he got news. Prabhura agama teho tahai shunila. From Sachimata, he got news about Mahaprabhu's return. Shigra nila chala jaite tara ichha hoila. Then he, as soon as he heard, oh, Mahaprabhu is back now, he is in Puri. Now he had this desire to, as soon as possible, I should go to Nilachal to see Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Shigra Nilachala jaite tara ichha hoila. While residing at the house of SACIMATA, Paramānanda-purī heard the news of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's return to Jagannātha Purī. He therefore decided to go there as soon as possible. So, like that. So, we will continue the rest tomorrow. Thank you so much. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Panchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Ananta Koti Vaishnava. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhya.
Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Krishna.